Hello everyone, welcome to Tales of Light. Have you ever felt like you were born with a special gift? Maybe you were the kid who could run faster than everyone else without even trying. Or perhaps you could pick up a guitar and play a melody after hearing it just once. We are taught from a young age that talent is the golden ticket. We are told that if you are gifted, the world is yours. But have you ever stopped to wonder why so many talented people end up standing still while others, who seem completely average, pass them by? Today I want to tell you the story of David. At 19, David was what most people called a natural. He didn't just draw pictures, he breathed life into them. But David had a secret belief that was quietly destroying his future. He believed that because he was talented, he didn't need to work as hard as everyone else. He believed he could just wait for the magic to happen. If you've ever found yourself waiting for the right mood to start working on your dreams, you need to hear what happened to him. David and James had been friends since they were kids. They both loved art, but their rooms looked very different. David's room was filled with half-finished masterpieces. He only painted when the mood struck him. When he felt that sudden rush of inspiration, he could create something incredible in an hour. But those moments were rare. Most days, he just sat around, waiting for a feeling that never came. He'd tell his father, "I'm just waiting for the right idea, Dad. You can't rush genius." James was different. James wasn't a natural. In fact, when they first started, James's drawings were kind of clumsy. His proportions were off, and his lines were shaky. But James had a rule. Every single day, at exactly 7 o'clock, he sat at his desk for 1 hour. It didn't matter if he was tired, it didn't matter if he was sad, and it certainly didn't matter if he felt inspired. He called it his appointment with the brush. He made mistakes every day, but every day, he corrected one tiny thing. The turning point came when their school announced the regional art showcase. This wasn't just any contest. The winner would get a full scholarship to a prestigious art institute in the city. For David, this was his moment. He knew he was the most talented person in the room. He told everyone he was going to create a masterpiece that would leave the judges speechless. But as the weeks went by, David did something dangerous. He waited. He waited for the perfect idea. He waited for the clouds to part and for a vision to hit him. He spent days staring at a blank canvas, getting more frustrated by the second. The more he forced it, the further away the inspiration felt. Meanwhile, James didn't wait for a vision. He just kept showing up. He decided to draw a scene of the local park. On Monday, he drew the trees. On Tuesday, he drew the shadows. On Wednesday, he practiced the way light hit the water in the fountain. He wasn't trying to be a genius. He was just trying to finish his hour. The morning of the competition arrived. The school hall was filled with students, parents, and judges. David walked in with his canvas covered in a sheet. But under that sheet, there was nothing but a rushed, messy sketch he had scrambled to finish at 3 a.m. because he finally panicked. It lacked soul, it lacked detail, and deep down, David knew it. When it was his turn to reveal his work, the room went quiet. Not because they were in awe, but because they were confused. They expected greatness from David, and all they saw was a shadow of his potential. Then James revealed his piece. It wasn't flashy or avant-garde. It was just a simple scene of a park at sunset. But because James had practiced every element of that park for weeks, the painting felt alive. Every leaf had a purpose. Every shadow felt real. The judges spent a long time looking at James's work. When the results were announced, James took first place. David didn't even make the top 10. The boy with all the talent had been defeated by the boy with all the habits. David felt his heart sink. He left the hall before anyone could talk to him. That evening, David sat in his room, ready to throw his brushes away. His father walked in and sat on the edge of the bed. David said, "I guess I'm just not as good as I thought I was." His father looked at him and said, "David, you have more talent in your pinky finger than most people have in their whole bodies. But talent is like a high-performance car. If you never put gas in it and never learn how to drive it properly, it's just a shiny piece of metal sitting in the driveway." James didn't win because he's a better artist. He won because he's a better worker. David spent the next week watching James. He realized that James didn't wait for inspiration to strike. He hunted for it. David saw that on the days James felt like quitting, he worked even harder. It was a revelation. David realized his mistake wasn't a lack of ability, but a lack of respect for the process. He decided right then to change. He didn't promise to paint a masterpiece. He just promised to show up. He started small, 1 hour a day, just like James. And slowly, the frustration began to fade, replaced by the quiet strength of a habit. The lesson here is simple, but it's something we often forget in a world that loves to celebrate overnight success. Talent is a gift, but habit is a choice. Talent might get you in the door, but it's your daily habits that will keep you in the room. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for the motivation to hit you. Build a system that works even when you don't feel like it. Because in the end, the person who shows up every day will always beat the person who only shows up when they feel like it. Thank you for spending these few minutes with us today. If David's story resonated with you, maybe it's time to stop waiting for inspiration and start building your own habit. What is one thing you can do for just 30 minutes today to get closer to your dream? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button, share this story with someone who needs a little push, and don't forget to subscribe to Tales of Light for more stories that bring a little more clarity to your journey. Remember, the light is always there. You just have to keep walking toward it.